Hi, everyone joining. Hello, hello. Looks like we have some people under Nora Lynch that just joined, so I wonder if that's one of my sisters. For everyone coming in right now, it looks like we might have a good portion of people on the live, which is really exciting, but this is a webinar style, meaning that it's just going to be the cameras, because what's going to happen is we're recording right now. So afterwards, I'll be able to update this, add it to my website basically. So everyone that's not on the live will have an opportunity to watch the recording within the website portal right after. But for that reason, I'm doing it without cameras and sound today, but you can still utilize the chat function. This is so interesting. I'm having a bunch of additions for the attendees that say Nora Lynch for the name. Oh, weird. Hi, Mary Kate. For some reason, it says from Nora Lynch. Oh, well, we won't worry about it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can just drop your name. I don't know why that's happening. That's really funny. But you can just drop your name. Apparently, most people, other than I have one that I can see your name. But if you guys just want to say hi by dropping your name in the chat, we can go ahead and do that. And then it'll just be a surprise. So everything that you say will be anonymous today. I don't think you guys can see what each other's saying. So if you want to change your chat box to all panelists and attendees, then everyone can see. And if you just say all panelists, then only I can see. So I think everyone that's chatting is all panelists. Okay, awesome. I'm seeing everyone's names. Perfect. I'm going to get started in just a moment because I want to be really respectful of everyone's time, especially with the time change, but expect it to be about 45 minutes today. And I'm actually going to start with the activation today, which I'm really excited about. So it'll be good. We have people rolling in still. I hope everyone's having a good start to their morning. If you're on the West Coast, it's early, it's 8. If you're Central, I think I have a couple of Easterns too, then it's a little bit later. But no matter what, treat this as kind of like an initiation to your day and to the rest of your week. So in this moment, know that you're starting fresh. You have the opportunity to create something new. And that whatever happened before this doesn't matter, whether it was an hour ago, whether it was yesterday. This is going to be all about really releasing any identities and actively and consciously choosing to elevate on purpose. So what I mean by that is choosing to step into something higher, because I truly believe that everything in life is, although there's fate, or not fate, free will and stuff like that, it's all a choice and it's a decision. So we always have the opportunity to create something new because we are co-creators of our reality. So that being said, we have a good amount of people on the live, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Luckily, I don't have to worry about hitting record, because if you know me and you've been on my workshops, I've forgotten to do that quite a few times. But we're going to go right into the activation today. So you guys can go ahead and close your eyes right now and just start to get in a comfortable position. Again, just taking a few moments to tune into the present moment. Starting to feel your own breath in your body. So on every inhale right now, slowly feeling yourself fill up with air, fill up with support, abundance. And with every exhale, you release anything that's no longer serving you. And as you start to settle into this space, making sure that you're comfortable, your shoulders are pulled back and down, maybe your chest opens up just a little bit more, just exemplifying that you're showing up, creating something or someone more confident, more empowered, knowing that you always have the breath to come back to. And that the best way to tap into your relaxation mode, if you will, which we'll talk a lot about over the next few days, is to really focus on feeling your breath start in your belly, moving up into your rib cage and then to your chest. So if it helps, you can always, throughout the meditations and breath work that we'll go through, place one hand on your belly and the other on your chest. just to feel the flow of air. So almost as if you were watching a dog or a baby sleep, how you always see their tummy and their chest rising and falling with the breath. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling to release. Starting to tune in to the feeling of gratitude for the abundance of breath that you always have. How it's always available to you. You never even have to think about it. And how there's so much in our life that we can choose to intentionally receive in the moment. And that it doesn't have to be the big things, but it can be savoring your own breath. Savoring your morning cup of coffee. Being so intentionally grateful for even the food that you eat and how good it tastes. For small conversations that make you laugh, that make you smile. For the people that bring you so much love in life. And for yourself, almost just seeing everyone as a star right now, knowing how much of a light you really are. And tuning into that, because the chance of you being born and living on Earth is actually 1 in 4 trillion. 1 in 4 trillion, and you are here. And I trust that every single one of you has a purpose, that you are divinely here for a reason, and that you have infinite potential. So over the next 3 days, we are going to choose to really unlock that potential that exists within us all. Starting to feel yourself letting go of anything in this moment so you can become even more radiant, shine even brighter. And I want you to start to visualize yourself sitting in a super peaceful place. Any place that makes you feel at home, at ease, present. Tuning into the feeling of being in that place. That feeling where you just feel bliss, you feel joy. Nothing else seems to matter in the moment. And I want you to actually see yourself meditating in that space. So almost as if you were observing yourself meditating right now. Always coming from a place of awareness and curiosity. And just observing the you that you are in this moment. Start to see and feel just a soft rain falling upon you. And with this rain, it is symbolizing you being cleansed of anything that you want to let go of. Knowing that it doesn't matter who you were in the past, what you did, what you said, because those are all just human identities. And who you are on a soul level is so much more. So you can always tap back into that. Taking a few moments here just to really focus on seeing and feeling that rain gently falling upon your skin with every raindrop that touches your skin and glistens in the sun. You're feeling old identities, old patterns, anything you're letting go of slowly drift away, dissolving into thin air. Taking a deep breath in and release. Now feeling the sun upon your skin right now. Feeling warm, feeling cozy, representing just how supported and loved you and cherished you are on a soul level. So often we're always thinking about how we can raise our own vibration, and that's all wonderful, but also just tuning into how much the universe loves you, how much God loves you, how cherished you are right now in your current form. Knowing that you don't need to do more. All you have to do is just be, and you're already so loved. Feeling the warmth of this, knowing that your circumstances, maybe anything that you're going through right now, could be divinely placed for your unique journey as a soul and the lessons that you're supposed to master in this lifetime. And just opening up possibility to start to see that as a truth, that we can actually look at things in our life as a gift. Doesn't mean that we deserve them. It just means that we can make them into gold. Taking a deep breath into that. And release. And now I want you to start to continue visualizing yourself in this place, but seeing a rainbow start to form from that soft rainfall, from that sun that's beaming upon your face. And this rainbow is just representing all the possibilities that await. And that life is just beginning in this moment. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what path you were on. All that matters is this moment. And it's just a matter of choosing and deciding what you want. It's largely what we're going to be talking about over the next 3 days. So making a choice today, setting the intention today. What are you elevating into? What does this initiation represent for you? Taking a deep breath into that. And exhale to release. Now I want you to start to rub the palms of your hands together, representing the power that you have as the co-creator of your own destiny. And as we rub our palms together, you're actually going to be creating physical energy that you'll start to feel between the palms of your hands right now. And we'll work with each energy center in your body to start to clear out any stagnant energy and to activate these energy centers to assist you as we start our day one. So you can start to bring your palms now to the top of your thighs, starting to connect to your root, just at the base of your spine, allowing you to wake up to how protected you are, how safe you are, and that even in the moments that our mind tells us that we're alone, you are never alone. You can almost visualize yourself with your spirit guides or angels, like holding hands, walking, just knowing that there's always support, although you can't see it, maybe in tangible form, you always have invisible support available to you. And that usually when fear comes up, it's because a part of us believes that we're not fully supported, fully protected, fully safe. So right now, what we're doing as we ground in our palms upon our thighs, feeling how supported we are, and that we can intentionally feel this support in every moment. Maybe thinking about all the ways in which you receive support. Maybe it's from your paycheck. Maybe it's from your loved ones. Maybe it's from the roof over your head. Maybe it's asking, what did I used to desire so much that I now have and feel so supported by? choosing to intentionally receive the safety, the support, this protection. Feeling how your body connects to the surface you're on, whether it's the ground, the chair, how you're constantly being held. Even seeing future versions of you, seeing the universe, seeing God hold you. Taking a deep breath in and release. And you can start to place your palms just below your belly button, starting to activate your sacral. Allowing your DNA to wake up, your cells to light up with more pleasure in your day-to-day. Opening up your ability to receive opportunities to feel pleasure, to feel good, to feel connected to your own creative being. You can even connect right now to something that brings you so much pleasure during your day, no matter how small it is. The smaller, the better, actually. And asking, what if I woke up to this level of pleasure in all the other small things in my life? Knowing that right now, as your palms connect to this area of your body, it's exactly what you're doing. Starting to see your cells glisten, expand. Taking a deep breath into that and release. And you can start to move your palms up just above your belly button now. Starting to connect to your solar plexus, activating this part of you. Waking you up to your next level of confidence, your next level of self-love. Knowing that you always have an opportunity to continue to expand in these areas. And it's actually in those moments where you start to feel a little bit uneasy or a lack of confidence and a lack of self-love, that's just showing you that you're about to move to your next level a lot of the time. Because in the moments that you're feeling uncomfortable again, you have another theme to master. And when you look at it as something that you can master, you continue to move up. So over the next 3 days, even if there's discomfort, even if there's things sneaking up, choosing to see it from a place of this is here to allowing me to master my next level of confidence and my next level of self-love. Starting to see your mind even wake up to this new level of confidence, self-love. What new thoughts come in, how it makes you feel. Giving you a moment here to just tune into what that next level of confidence looks like for you. Feeling like this is a big one for a lot of people. Taking a deep breath into that and release. Starting to move your palms up, being placed over your heart center. The place where you give and you receive love. Seeing the doors to your heart fly open. How can you let even more love in? How can you start to witness more love? How can you start to give more love in your life? To not only others, but again, back to yourself. Knowing that fear can never exist where love is present. And that we always have the opportunity to choose, to actively choose to see things from love. Feeling your heart start to expand. Maybe you feel your jaw soften. You feel yourself sinking even deeper into your own heart. Taking a moment to start to see this pink light, this pink energy actually coming out of your heart in this moment, moving throughout your entire body. Taking a deep breath in and release. Starting to gently move your palms up towards your throat. Allowing you to become an even more honest and loving communicator, expressing your own unique voice. Returning to the truth again that the chances of you being here are 1 in 4 trillion. And there's no one else in the world like you. So if you have a message to share, if you have something on your heart that you've been desiring, only you can fulfill that in your own unique way. Allowing you to become even more of a confident speaker in your language, in your voice, and how you set boundaries for yourself, healthy boundaries. Allowing you to always speak with love, knowing that you can set boundaries, you can speak what's on your heart, and you can always do it from a loving place. Feeling the energy extend out from your palms, cleansing your throat chakra. Taking a deep breath in and release. Starting to gently move your hands, and you can place your pointer fingers upon your third eye, the seat of your intuition. Allowing yourself to activate further, to elevate even further, to connect with the intuition that's present inside each and every one of you. Knowing that we are all crazy intuitive. It's just a matter of creating the space and the stillness to listen to our intuition and then to act accordingly. So knowing that as your hands are placed upon your third eye, you're really activating your ability to hear your intuition even more, to have more strength, to have more courage, to listen to what your intuition says. And trusting that when you listen to your intuition, you will always, always be supported. There's no other way. I'm almost seeing a ball of light in your third eye right now. Golden ball of light. Circulating, expanding, allowing your connection to your intuition to become more deep than it ever has been before. Taking a deep breath into that and release. And now moving your palms up to your crown, the top of your head. Feeling your energy extend out through your palms into your crown chakra, pushing you up into higher levels of consciousness, allowing you to rise even further, stripping away any thoughts that haven't been supportive, anything in your subconscious, allowing yourself to just emerge, almost seeing yourself like break through that glass ceiling. Feeling even more connected to the divine power, God, the universe, whatever name resonates with you most. Feeling how connected you are, activating your ability to receive visions, receive guidance, and feel even more connected on a soul level than you ever have before. Feeling so spiritually aligned that you're like, I never even knew this was possible. Taking a deep breath in and release. You can start to gently move your palms back down, placing up towards the sky. Starting to return to the breath. Allowing you to make your breath even deeper. Feeling the energy, feeling the light. You can even visualize your own energy and light with a specific color moving through you, amplifying, expanding. Taking a deep breath in and release. And you can start to wiggle the fingers, the toes, take any stretches that feel good. And you may nod your head down, start to open up your eyes just the slightest bit as you allow light to come back into the present moment. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Let me know how you guys liked that one. I shouldn't be screaming as you're coming back in out of that meditation. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. You're going to have lifetime access to this. So this is a beautiful one to come back to because it really does do a good job of physically moving the energy within your body and allowing you just to strip away any thoughts that aren't serving you, cultivate a new energy within you, and just allow yourself to see like how much like life is of a co-creation. And it's just a matter of deciding, because it's easy to wake up and just jump into your day and not take time to do this, but like imagining probably how you feel right now. What if you took, what did that just take us? 20 minutes? Doesn't even have to be that long to do something like this every day. How much the rest of the course of your day would change just by starting it that way. And that's why when people say they don't have time to meditate, I'm like, meditation creates time, because it really does. Because when you're in this, moving into a higher level of consciousness, when you're feeling good, when you're feeling clarity, when you're feeling present, you have the ability to collapse time during your day, and then also in terms of the trajectory of the rest of your life. So knowing that in the moments that you're feeling good and clarity and presence and all of that stuff, you actually are able to operate so much more efficiently. And I know you guys have seen both sides of this, where you're like so stressed and so busy that like your head's barely on straight and you feel like you can't get anything done because you're so frazzled. And then like notice how it'll feel to go into the rest of your day after doing this, and probably how much more quicker you get things done, and how much more you're able to witness the little things in life and gratitude and things like that. That was a really good one. I'm glad I felt like that one. Yeah, it was one of my favorites too. So I'm really excited to share that. I'm going to go ahead and share the presentation. I don't want to call it a presentation, but the PowerPoint thing I have to guide us. And yeah, we'll probably be on here for another like 15 minutes. So I would expect, but if you do have to jump off early, then you'll have the opportunity to watch this in the portal after. But welcome to Elevate on Purpose. I hope that activation served you well. I had a feeling it was going to be good before jumping into everything. So as I talked a lot about in the meditation, this is all just about like showing up for 3 consecutive days to really take 30 to 45 minutes just to simply nurture yourself. So on a mental level with the thoughts that you're thinking every day, and an emotional level with how you're feeling every day, like making your vibration, making your feelings even more bright, more light, more loving. And then also on a spiritual level, and I really want to emphasize that when I say that, that's the why behind everything you do. That's why you get out of bed. That's why you do the things that you do. So when you think of spirituality, of course you can think like it is connecting to a higher power, which I obviously think is super, super important. But it's also your purpose. It's like your life vision. It's your values. It's your why. So we're going to talk about all 3 of those things. And obviously your physical health is extremely important. And as a personal trainer, I believe that firmly. But when I say so the outer world can be as blissful and as easy it was created to be, it's because everything starts on the internal and manifests on the external. So knowing that it's going to be really hard to enjoy the money, the car, the beautiful clothes, whatever it may be, if you're not feeling really good on your inner world. So it's truly like when you're taking care of your inner world, then your outer world can become as good as it was meant to be. So it's like kind of by starting in the inner, you're like unlocking how good the outer feels. So this challenge, all I ask is that you show up present because you'll get the most out of it that way. So just think of it as like, and I tell myself this too with things like this that I do is like, I'm like, all right, I'm putting away my phone 30, 45 minutes. I can do this. And you get the most out of it when you do it that way. So it's just dedicating and committing to yourself for 3 days in a row and being able to then witness the benefits of how you're feeling every single day. So what I'm going to start out with is kind of an intro of like the different things that we're going to be talking through over the next 3 days. And these are the 3 of 4 elements, and I'll touch on the 4th element in a second, but 3 of the 4 elements that you'll see in my monthly membership that I'm launching on Monday. So this is kind of like my daily routine, if you will, and I call it a 3-part framework because I think it's super, super important. You don't have to touch every single area every day. I know that we're busy, but I do think all 3 are important, and it's important to explain again the why behind it, because when you know why things can help support you, it makes getting out of bed to do them easier. It makes like creating time for it to do a lot easier. It allows you to show up and know that how powerful what you are is actually doing. So breath work. I'm obsessed with breath work. You probably know that by now, but you may have done this in like a yoga class. Maybe you've heard me talk about it. Maybe you have practiced it on YouTube. I don't know. Hold on, I'm thirsty. But really, there's like 4 breath work benefits that I like to think about. So the first is it strengthens your lung capacity. So one really interesting thing about this and why that is because a lot of us, myself included, tend to naturally breathe in our chest area. And this is going to be a large portion of what we talk about tomorrow, is understanding where we breathe and how we're supposed to breathe. But when you're only breathing in your upper cavity in your chest, then it actually sends a signal to your brain and your subconscious that you're not safe. And it puts you in fight, flight, or freeze mode, which is really interesting. So again, when you're holding your breath or you're not utilizing your full lung capacity, and when I say full lung capacity, I mean like basically your belly, your rib cage, and your chest area, you are sending signals to your brain that you're in danger. So that's going to affect the way that you feel. So sometimes when we feel like stress and anxiety and stuff like that, and we don't necessarily know why, just by tuning into the breath and changing the way we're breathing, we actually have the ability to change our emotions, which brings me to the second step, and not step benefit. Going back to the first one, this is something that over time, the more you do it, the more consistent you get with it. So over time, you're actually strengthening your lung capacity, because if you're used to not using it, it could feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, I'm not gonna lie. But over time, imagine even the health benefits of that when you get older and you're actually using your entire lung capacity, how good that is for your health too. So number 2, communicates with your subconscious nervous system. So kind of what I talked about before, when we're only breathing in our chest, we're telling our subconscious like, hey, I'm in danger. And your subconscious doesn't know the difference between real danger and fake danger, like getting an email that causes you to hold your breath versus being chased by a tiger. Views it all the same. So it's important to know that it can, just as our emotions kind of drive, or our breath drives our emotions can also drive our breath. So if we're taking doing breath work and taking full body breaths and stuff like that, we're activating our parasympathetic nervous system, which is a fancy way of saying like your rest and digest, your stay and play. So in the moments that you're upset and you're stressed and you're feeling controlling and all of that stuff, you can actually use breath work to change how you're feeling, to make you feel more calm, more at ease, a little bit more happier, a little more present, all things like that. So it's like a direct way to affect your emotional state, essentially. Let me know if you guys have questions too as I'm going through this, or if it all makes sense. But really, if you feel yourself having some of those emotions, you can use your breath to change it. And then also knowing that the way that you are breathing is driving your emotions. So it kind of works in like a circle if you think about it like that. Next, it allows you to sink into your meditation even further, which is awesome, because I know that a lot of you on here and even watching the recordings probably are like, I can't meditate, my mind wanders, like all of the things. And I used to feel that way too. And I swear I've never had as deep of meditations until I started doing breath work. And why that is it actually activates different brain waves within your brain, obviously. But it can put you into a state of, depending on the breath work practice that you're using, it'll put you in a state, say, maybe it's an alpha state, that it's like past your layer of consciousness and like getting into where you would be dreaming or something like that. There's like 4 or 5 different brain activity waves, but that's why. So that's really, really cool. And even on Saturday, I swear I had like a not of body experience in my meditation, and it's because I did breath work for 15 minutes. So each breathwork practice has different meditations. Some of them I'll use before leading, type of like this, or I used to get really nervous public speaking, and like before board meetings at my old job, I would do breath work and you couldn't hear a shake in my voice. It was like, it can, activate the confidence in the leader that's already within you. Some of the breathwork practices are like a cup of coffee. Other ones make you feel really relaxed and in flow and help you sleep. So in the portal that I'm launching, I have 8 different breathwork practices right now. I'll probably eventually have 10, but there's a couple ones that are more advanced. So I just want to make sure everyone's really grounded in all of the other ones. But it's really cool because it's like you can pair them, and there's different benefits of each one. So I'm going to teach you guys one tomorrow that I'm really excited about. It's called equal ratio breathing. And then the last one is it intensifies the prana within and around you. So we all have a unique energy that runs in our body through our nadis, which are just our energy centers. And how I can best explain this is like, when someone walks in a room and you're like, oh my God, I could feel that person's energy. Like their energy is just awesome. Like they feel so present, so loving. Like you can just feel them. That's their prana. So by doing breath work, you're actually like intensifying the prana. And we can get into so many things on this, how it helps with manifesting and things like that. Because it basically like expands your magnetic field, but I'll stop there. But yeah, that's a really cool part too, because it's something that you can actually feel within yourself and within other people. Any questions on breath work before I move on? What time is it? Okay. Perfect. And then meditation. So first benefit here is that huge is it actually alters your brain structure and creates new neural pathways within your brain. So I think 80% of what we do is operated from a subconscious level. And when you're in meditation, you're usually thinking better thoughts. You're feeling like, especially in visualizations, how expansively you're thinking. And what happens over time is when you're starting to like consistently think new thoughts, your brain actually says like, let's just automate this, and creates new neural pathways within your brain. So scientists have actually studied this and see your brain physically changing from meditation. So things like your ability to solve complex problems, regulate your emotional responses, improved memory, balancing both hemispheres of the brain. So many different parts of the brain physically change. And my favorite part that I think is so cool is like that it actually creates new neural pathways that are basically changing your subconscious. And then number 2 is it's studied for its impact on medical conditions. So this is on a physical, also a mental level. So things like IBS, blood pressure, depression, anxiety, insomnia, a lot of things of that nature, meditation has been studied for, which is awesome too, because it further bridges like the science with the spirituality, which I'll get into in number 3, is it allows you to be a more intentional, powerful designer of your reality. And what I mean by that is when you're in meditation, you're usually thinking expansive thoughts or you're feeling good. So like if we want to break this down into 2 examples, say I meditate one day and I'm feeling really good. So then I'm having positive thoughts. So then I'm probably taking bold, confident action, which is leading to like an awesome life. Whereas maybe I'm like skipping my meditation, so I'm not feeling good, and then I'm not thinking good, and then I'm not taking any action, or the action I'm taking is out of alignment. So then, So it really like, it allows you to be an intentional designer of your reality. So by actively choosing every single day to become to align your thoughts and your emotions with your highest self, you're going to be taking action from that place, which is going to cause you to be able to design the destiny that you want to. That's one of my favorite benefits, I think, to be honest. And then lastly, it creates a very enjoyable life experience. So honestly, it's just more presence, more awareness. You experience more joy. You'll be more calm and able to approach challenges. And it also helps you like experience deeper connection. So there's so many benefits, again, on like a scientific and a spiritual level, which are really, really cool. And with the portal I'm doing, you'll actually I have everything from, I think I already have over 30 meditations in there, but anything from 0 to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 plus, whatever emotions you're feeling. So helps with confidence. I have some for manifesting. I have some for releasing emotions, whatever. But meditation, love it, Avi. And then journaling. So journaling is actually where I started. I did journaling before it was cool to journal, for sure. But journaling is kind of what I started with, even above breath work and meditation. And I actually just chose for this one, I was like, just kind of wrote out like what the things I've seen in my life. And it was really eye-opening for me. And that's why I'm grateful to have it be part of this experience, because usually every one-on-one client I've worked with have some type of resistance to journaling because they're like, Nora, I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like sometimes I judge what I'm putting on paper and it's not perfect and all of the things. And journaling is actually such a powerful tool. So we'll get into that a lot more. But one thing that it really does is it clears your subconscious. So it's going to allow you to pour your thoughts out on paper so they're no longer just circling in your head all day. It allows you to release emotions and thereby remove stagnant energy within you. So it's kind of like almost like a bucket that you can, put your emotions and your thoughts into. And what that does is it creates more space within you. And that's why I say remove stagnant energy. It really creates more space to bring in new energy. Number 2 is it creates alignment and mindfulness. So when you're journaling, you usually are feeling really good. And because you're writing a bunch of things out, again, when you're like releasing those thoughts and emotions, you become more mindful, you become more present in your life. And who doesn't want to be more present and more aware? So, and when I say alignment, all I mean is feeling good, essentially. So you're basically putting you into a state where you feel better and you're more present. 3 is it sparks creativity and gets you to dream even bigger with accountability. Love this one. And it's because I think that, and we'll go through this over the next couple of days too, but I think that it's easy to be like, I have like this dream and like declare it in our mind. But when you write it and you write the details of it, it becomes so much like juicier, more detailed. You gain so much clarity on it. So it's one thing to write down like, I want to make X amount of money or something like that. But then to be able to like write in your journal, like, oh, and when I have this money, I'm going to do this, this, and this with it. And it's going to serve my family, whatever it may be. Or if it's like, oh, I want this new job. And it's like, okay, let me write about like how I feel and what that new job looks like, what happens in the morning, what happens when I get to work, what my day at work looks like. When you can get really like detailed on the emotions, you actually create the feeling in your body. And your nerve fibers are actually 80% sensory, which means that the way you feel has even a more powerful impact on your subconscious than things like mindset work, including affirmations. So your ability to feel the feelings that you expect to feel when you have your desires and your ability to feel good is going to make more of a positive role in the things that you desire and bringing them into your reality than like reciting affirmations. Obviously, mindset is super important too, but I do want to make that super clear, and that's going to be the exercise that we'll do on Friday. And then, okay, I'm just looking at the chats. I think it's so funny how everyone showed up as Nora Lynch. I'll have to remember on tomorrow I'll have to tell everyone to change your name because I don't really want to change the webinar thing because I feel like that's confusing. But anywho, back to journaling. And then lastly, it's a form of prayer. So I actually love using it this way. And I do it sometimes is like writing out what I'm grateful for, thank you for, I'm grateful for. And then even like, I'd like guidance with this. I'd like support on this. Please support this person in my life. Please help this person in my life. So journaling can be a really easy way, especially if you're someone that has maybe like gotten away from traditional prayer. It can be a really easy way if you feel called to get back to it by writing it down. Sometimes rather than speaking, obviously whatever works for you. But all right, any questions on those? No? Okay, cool. And then same thing in the portal, the journaling, all different topics, and I have them on the same length as the meditation. So it's really customizable depending on how much time you have. And those ones are actually guided. So I'll record them live, and then tomorrow, well, I record them live in the portal, and then you can watch and do them with me. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing an extensive journaling exercise and breath work. And then Friday, we're going to get more into the practices and like the exercises, although we'll do that a bit today too. All right, so this is the last thing I have for you guys today. And it's something I'm going to challenge you to do for the next 3 days. Sorry, I'm going a bit over, but we're almost done. So like I talked about in the activation, really all about deciding, choosing, and becoming things on purpose. So what I would love for you to do today, and this can take 5 minutes or it can take 30 minutes, is to really get clear on who that version is that you saw in your activation, who you are elevating into. So I have a couple fun ways that you can do this, and you can either create a mood board of like your next level self, or so that would be kind of like a vision board, but like it could be more focused on like what you think that person looks like, what clothes they're wearing, how their hair looks. It could be their relationships, whatever it may be. Or one thing that I've done, and I love doing, this is one of my favorite exercises actually, is to find an outfit on Pinterest that represents her or him. And you kind of take a screenshot, save it to your phone, but then each morning for the next 3 days, right when you wake up, I want you to take 5 deep breaths. You can also use like essential oil, is you like breathe it in and visualizing yourself putting on the outfit of your future self or your next level self and stepping into that person's energy. So how you felt in that activation, like the person that you want to really intentionally elevate into over the next 3 days, I want you to pick out an outfit that represents him or her. And I want you to picture yourself putting it on every single morning when you wake up. So again, this can take 5 minutes because I actually have to pick a new outfit because I feel like I've outgrown the one that I used to do. So I'm going to find a new one on Pinterest today too. But really just when you wake up, taking 5 minutes to be like, all right, you can use essential oil. I always love doing that. You don't have to. But then just to take like 5 deep breaths, picturing yourself put on that outfit of that person, like I'm stepping into this person's energy. This is a new day. I am consciously creating how I want to show up with my thoughts, with my words, with my emotions, with my actions. And then repeat 3 times. I am limitless. I wonder how many miracles I will find today. What all is possible for me. You can even say this with me right now. I am limitless. I wonder how many miracles I will find today. What all is possible for me. Last time. I'm limitless. I wonder how many miracles I will find today. What all is possible for me. So stepping into that person's energy and saying that 3 times is going to be awesome. And then bonus is keeping track and counting all the miracles throughout your day. It can be a miracle to like find a candle that you love. It could be a miracle to like drink your coffee in silence. So like get really like creative and expansive with this. Like how many miracles can you find? That part is totally optional, but I really do challenge you when you wake up. You can even do it 10 minutes before you jump into the live trainings if you're on the live, or right before you do the recording. But taking time to visualize yourself putting on that outfit, taking 5 breaths, and then just repeating that, and really make that like the start of your day. Like I am stepping into this person, I'm stepping into their energy, and I'm basically acting as that person. Because it's not even learning necessarily. It's all just a remembrance of who you can become. So again, it's not about trying to grow better and be better and fake it till you make it. It's like, no, I already am this person. It's just a matter of me grounding it in. Let me know any questions on that. Let me go back to the chat. No? Okay. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed day 1. And I'm going to go ahead and drop this recording into the website portal so you'll have access to it shortly, probably within like 30 minutes. And then let me know how you guys like this. I would love to hear if you have friends or family that you think would have liked this. They can still hop in and they can always just start tomorrow or do the recordings or whatever. But thanks for joining. And again, I'd love to hear how you guys like this one, what miracles you see, show me what outfits you pick, all of it. So thanks again, and hope you guys liked this. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.